Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Thursday, the 23rd of February, 2023. My day back from break, a day continuing on with double new releases, a day of fun, and a lot of stuff going on at once. So let's talk about that today here on the Wrap. I should just call it the Wrap. Anyway, so what happened today? First of all, being my day back from break, I had a lot to talk about on today's Level 1 podcast, including what I did on my day off. I also talked about the two new releases, Like a Dragon Ishin as well as Atomic Heart, which I had played on Thursday, and my initial impressions of both. We had a lot of people who wanted to talk about various topics. They contributed. I shouted that out. So basically today we had a lot to talk about, but we didn't get to do news. And that kind of sucked because I had a few news stories, some pretty good ones, that happened during my day off that I wanted to talk about, and we just didn't get around to it. In addition, today during my first stream was the Sony State of Play. And the Sony State of Play covered various different topics that I know people might want to talk about. So what I'll tell you is this. Tomorrow, Friday the 24th, when we do the Level 1 podcast, a major focus will be news. I'll talk about the news stories I missed. I'll ask you guys what are your thoughts about the State of Play. If you want to talk about any of the various announcements and things, tomorrow will be the day to do it. And my apologies that it's a day late and $1 short, but better than never, right? Better late, Cheech Marin says in I almost said Darkstalkers. Boy, my brain is all over the place. As Cheech Marin said in Ghostbusters 2, as the Titanic was arriving in the New York harbor, better late than never. That was a big setup for something pretty stupid and innocuous. Anyway, so Level 1 podcast was good today. We jumped back into Atomic Heart for the first stream. Now, in summary, all right, here's what I realized now that we've actually gotten into the meat of the game. Atomic Heart is, after 5 hours, an attempt to make a new Half-Life 2. That is exactly what this game is. The gunplay, the dodging, the first-person parkour platforming, the puzzles, and the darker kind of all hell is breaking loose atmosphere. It absolutely feels like a new Half-Life 2. In fact, there's zombies that look like head crab zombies in this game. I had no idea there were zombies. I thought the whole game was fighting robots. No, there's these mutant abominations and things, and I'm like, dude, once you get to those, and you're like, you gotta be joking me. It's Half-Life 2 to a T. That's exactly what they're going for here. The problem is, the game is unpolished, almost feels kind of unfinished, and is so wonky in parts, with the audio very, very glitchy. People talking over each other or being overall just obnoxious. You know, giant explosion on screen, no explosion plays. It's just like, you hear the guys reacting to it. Oh no. Like, you hear no explosions at all. Just in general, the audio seems to be a major issue with the game. That whoever the audio lead or designer was did not do a good job with this game. The graphics are pretty good. I've actually liked the graphics of Atomic Heart. But overall, after having played it for 5 hours today, I was kind of underwhelmed and not impressed. Doesn't really feel like a modern game. It kind of feels like they took a PC game from like the 2000s and they put an HD facelift, 1080p, 4K, lots of lighting, facelift over it, but it plays like an outdated game, and that's not good. Maybe if you love Half-Life 2 or, you like games that feel like they're an homage to something, then maybe you would like Atomic Heart. But for me, it's like, this does not feel like a modernized game at all. It feels like they were attempting to make something and kind of failed, all right? In addition, the audience today, oh no, we did not retain the audience. We started off today with 400 or more viewers. By the end of that stream, we had maybe 250. People were not talking to me. They were not engaging with the content. They basically disconnected. I'm not even kidding you, we had almost a 2-hour period where people stopped talking to me about the game, and there were no contributions. If people are liking a game in general, you're going to have an engaged audience who are talking to me about it, who are asking me questions about it, who are actually paying attention to the content of the stream. And yes, if they're liking it, they're going to contribute. And none of that really happened on the first stream today. So all I got to say is, it's not just me saying it. It was the direct feedback of the actions of those who were on that stream, basically saying, meh. At the end of the stream, I basically asked everyone, what do you think? And it was 50-50 split. 50% were like, wow, this game is not what we thought it was going to be. The PR materials, the advertisement made this game look like it was going to be an action-packed first-person shooter romp, like a Wolfenstein or a Doom. It is nothing like that whatsoever. is complete misrepresentation of what this game really is. It's way more about exploration, puzzles, platforming, and then having some annoying, wonky combat thrown in than just being, a balls to the wall, high adrenaline action game. So that's kind of a misrepresentation that's disappointing to a lot of people. Like I said, they got bored during the stream because that's what the game is. The other half were like, man, we wish you would keep playing it. And then it was funny because I was just finishing this segment and someone says to me, oh, Phil, so officially as of now on stream, you just finished the intro. You're about to head into the open world. And I was like, the open world? The game already is wonky. I'm getting stuck on items in the environment and I can't move. And I have to mash my controller to try to get my character to unstick from the glitchingness. The combat is so unrefined and feeling weird and wonky and boring and just not satisfying. Now you're telling me, in addition to all that unpolished nature, they're actually going to take the game into an open world, because we all know these big open world games are so polished and refined, right? And when I heard that, I was like, oh God, I was like, no, why did they do it? It just sounds terrible. It sounds like an awful idea. Like, I don't see how this could possibly be good, So by the end of today's stream, I went from like okay, let's really get into the meat of it and see what it is, to don't really like it. Just being honest, I don't think it's very good. It feels like an idea that's unfinished, and this is the first game from Munfish Studios, and maybe they need to go back to the drawing board with the second one and improve, but it just doesn't feel like a completed idea to me. So here's the thing. I'm not going to 100% say no, I'll never play it again. But remember, this was a Game Pass game, and we had no commitment to keep playing it. Let me know your thoughts. Leave comments on those videos for this playthrough and say if I should continue it or not. I can just tell you from the live streaming audience, they were not impressed. They were bored, and I'm curious what the on-demand audience is going to have to say. Okay? The second half of today was Like a Dragon Ishin. Now, I am going to basically play Like a Dragon Ishin just like I play my other chill playthroughs. All right? It's not necessarily about insane amounts of progress every time I play it. Instead, it's more about having a cool, interactive time with my audience who's watching. Having fun conversation, having a good social atmosphere, and a relaxing, laid-back style allows these playthroughs to be good. So tonight, with 2 more hours of Like a Dragon Ishin, we actually finished Chapter 2, which had some really big plot developments. We head into Chapter 3, which is actually a new location of the map. Unlocked a few new different things here or there. But for the most part, it was a good advancement and fun interactions and a chill time. Had the exact same number of viewers at the beginning of the stream as the end. Everyone stuck around. The engagement was sky high. We had fun conversation and a good time tonight. You want to talk about night and day? That's the difference between what I feel is a game that's going to work as a long-term playthrough versus a game that basically is kind of dead on arrival. All right? So, I had a great time with Like a Dragon Ishin. I can't wait to play more of it after the weekend. All right? So, overall, a fun day. And we finally got a grasp on what these games are. And, I need your feedback. Now, something happened today that sucks. I was uploading the videos from earlier today, including the Level 1 podcast and 3 parts of Atomic Heart. Both the Level 1 podcast and Atomic Heart got stuck in processing, all right? So only parts 4 and 5 of Atomic Heart went live. The podcast in part 3 just stuck endlessly and never processed, so no one could ever see it. So I waited for the entirety of my late stream, look back, still not there. So as of now, as I film this, I am re-uploading all that stuff to the channel in the hopes that it will go live tonight. I don't think it's an issue with the videos. I think YouTube was having an issue at the time I uploaded those videos, and therefore they just sat in a server, never got accepted to be processed for the queue or anything. You know what I'm saying? That's very annoying. So if you were waiting for those tonight, my apologies that they didn't show up. I am re-uploading them now, and they should go live along with parts 4 and 5 of Like a Dragon Ishin, within a few hours here on DSPGaming. I hope they do. If they don't, I have to take it another try, right? Or maybe what I could do is try to, edit down the live stream into those parts and separate them. We'll have to see, but I hope that the re-uploads work, okay? Now, one final thing before we talk about tomorrow. The members goal for this month is not dead. However, we did get that giant member bomb dip during my day off yesterday. We are down to like 370 something members, which is the lowest it's been on this channel. Shit. Since I probably started full-time streaming 2 years ago here. I would hope that with the new games, with the new content, we could possibly have some people who would want to become members or re-up these memberships that expire. I hope. I adjusted the members goal appropriately So instead of being the $5.75 it was, I brought it all the way down to $4.75 to make it easier. We still need about 100 members by the end of the month. Today's the 23rd, tomorrow's the 24th. We have the rest of this week to make it, and we could still do that Retro Games Challenge Marathon event in March if we have a rallying, if people will support this channel and maybe give some memberships or whatever. That would be amazing. I mean, yeah, obviously $4.75 is way less than the $5.75 I was hoping for, but still it's better. It's good. And I need that support. It's very concrete support that helps this channel. So, hey, if you like the content, please consider becoming a member. Hopefully, maybe we could still rally and hit that goal by the end of the month in a few more days. We'll see. All right, tomorrow, Friday, the 24th. The Level 1 podcast will take place here at 10:45 a.m. Pacific time. But it's my big React day for the week. So, DSP versus the Internet takes place over on my DSP Reacts channel at 12:45 p.m. Pacific time. So, if you haven't checked out the channel yet, if you haven't headed over there and subscribed, I strongly recommend you do because you can't talk unless you're subbed. All right? Head over there, youtube.com/@DSP Reacts. Please check it out, and hopefully you'll chill with me tomorrow. It's the channel members over there that have nominated videos all week long. In fact, as soon as I finish recording this, I'm actually going to go over and make the playlist, so it's all set up for tomorrow's stream, and we can just hit play and watch these videos back to back. People who are Ultra members over there get their videos watched for sure right away, and everyone else kind of gets into a queue, first come, first serve, and I'll sift through those and add them up, and we'll be watching some stuff tomorrow. It should be a good 3-hour experience live on DSP Reacts. Now, there will be gameplay here on DSP Gaming tomorrow on the late stream, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. It's the continuation of Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. I'm very excited for that. We didn't get to play it earlier this week because I wanted to finish One Piece. Now we're going to be doing that tomorrow night. All right, guys? Thank you all so very much. Please have a good evening. I hope to see you tomorrow for the podcast, for DSP versus the Internet, and for some chill Oblivion fun, and fingers crossed about these videos uploading and processing tonight, okay? Thank you all. See you in the AM. Peace out.